Well, I'll start with my current role. I'm the CEO for AIRA Matrix, which is a company that develops AI solutions for digital pathology. Uh, Previously, before coming to AIRA Matrix, I've been a serial entrepreneur for the last 15 years or so, working on various AI-related companies or data analytics and those kind of companies. And AIRA Matrix is sort of my stop for the last 7-8 years now, and it's been a fantastic experience here. Prior to that, I started life off, at least my working life off, as an engineer, where I learned computer engineering and then applied that for the U.S. Department of Defense. And so we dabbled in the initial parts of AI at that point, which is a couple of decades back now. So when I look back at what we were doing then versus what's available in technology today, it's night and day in terms of what's available at this point. But that was how I started off as a computer engineer working with the U.S. Department of Defense. And then I moved on to work in strategy consulting and corporate finance advisory work. And that was sort of the catalyst in terms of bringing it all together for one of my first entrepreneurial opportunities. And from there, a short stop away, and I'm here at AIRA Matrix. Well, the mission and vision in some ways are both the same for us. It is providing leading edge AI-enabled solutions to tackle important problems in the life sciences and healthcare space. We tend to think ourselves as making a difference in terms of both the quality of solutions that we have, as well as the difference those will make to our customers. For example, in life sciences space, are we able to bring down the investment or the risk of drug development? In the healthcare application space, we primarily focus on oncology, and obviously that those are products that should make an immediate impact, hopefully, on patients as well as with physicians who are struggling or trying to find the right solutions for their patients. So those are our, in a way, our mission and vision is effectively the same in terms of how can we provide the best AI-powered solutions that will make a difference in these spaces. So even though these areas like preclinical, clinical, and drug discovery are, broadly speaking, very different, there are a couple of overarching trends here that are common across all of these disciplines. One, for example, is the scarcity of pathologists, whether it's a veterinary pathologist or a toxicologist for the preclinical space or a clinical pathologist for the healthcare sciences side of things. These are these are very specialized skills, and experienced people in this are few and far between as the years roll by. And so that's the reason why there is a need for some amount of automation and some amount of software that could help with the scarcity. So that is one overarching trend that matters in this space. The other one across both the pharma companies in the preclinical space or healthcare institutions, what they are looking for are much more quantitative-based solutions, which are more accurate than perhaps what what could be achieved till now by manual application or doing it, just by an individual trying to do these kind of things. There, AI has a natural advantage over even the human brain in that sense of being able to see more patterns, being able to discern more of these structures, and being able to combine various sources of input to be able to arrive at a solution or arrive at an answer, which is perhaps hard for the average human. And in this case, the average human is actually a pathologist who's highly experienced, even for them to achieve. And so unless you are a super experienced pathologist, you're not going to get to that kind of level, which I think the promise of AI is there in terms of what it can deliver. So these are the two kinds of overarching trends that matter. Now, when it comes to specifically into each of these categories, for example, in the preclinical space, there's obviously from a regulatory perspective, from a societal concern perspective, there's a need to reduce the dependency on animals or to reduce the number of animals that are used for testing. That's, again, something that we take very seriously, and that's been one of our core missions as well in terms of developing products for the preclinical space. And we've been very successful in doing that and working with our collaborator partners in this area. On the clinical side, there's a need to build in more other modalities as well, not just pathology, because ultimately these solutions are about, can we make a difference to a patient in terms of what the physician is able to offer them as answers? And that's where working with not just pathologists, but trying to see how we can cater to oncologists, radiologists, and other specialties matters. And those are the trends that we're trying to address with our products portfolio. The need for building up a pretty active custom solutions team in our thing, even though we obviously pride ourselves in the strength and quality and the innovation of our products, we realize that there's a need for custom solutions in this space, because AI being adopted as products is still in its nascency in this space, whether it's a pharma company or a hospital. So some of the needs are not fully crystallized, even from our customer perspective. And so there's a need to explore and collaborate and do things together. And those are the kind of things that lead to the need for custom solutions. So we've developed those capabilities quite a bit. I mean, at this point, we are almost a 120-person company. By my reckoning, we are probably the single largest company focused on AI solutions in the pathology space. And that allows us to develop these kind of capabilities, especially on the custom solution side, where we have developed in-house libraries of solutions that allow us to understand the customer's requirement and then drive for the solution in like 3 to 4 weeks as well. So that, which is unheard of timelines even a year back across the industry. So we're able to do that, and we have a bunch of customers who are satisfied with it and repeat customers that come from it, which is probably the best way in terms of gauging whether these kind of solutions are being effective or not. So that's been an exciting area of growth for us as well. Well, we'll continue to focus in terms of the existing set of portfolio products that we have, especially in the oncology space, where we're pretty strong in terms of our prostate product, in terms of our lung product, in terms of trying to address the needs of various physicians. And we approach these kind of problem sets not merely thinking of it as purely as a pathology problem or trying to solve it only for a pathologist, but in terms of what can we do that would make a difference in the disease management. So that would mean interacting with oncologists, interacting with radiologists, interacting with other specialties as well. And so we have products under development that are catered to those kind of needs as well. On the preclinical side, obviously we are focused on toxicology and toxic safety side of things. We see a lot of need for much more accurate quantified efficacy type solutions or drug discovery type solutions. And so we've been focused on that. We have a very exciting portfolio of products on the predictive toxicology side, where we're trying to predict toxicology in a longer term study by looking at the inputs from a short term study. That itself should hopefully, going back to the initial point about the reduction in animal testing and those kind of things, we should be able to achieve those kind of gains. So that's what's going to keep us busy for quite a few years to come.